my roommate from my MFA have started working on projects together. So we actually wrote an alphabet book, and because we have the same agent, we presented it to her, and she actually sold it to HarperCollins also. So
Right.
that alphabet book is it is going to be published in like 2023 or something. It's such a long lead time, but um, the way that I choose it is, would I be able to either illustrate it myself, or do I know somebody who I think could illustrate it well? In that alphabet book, I realized there's no way I had the skills to design it the way that I wanted it to be designed. So, and also I worked on it with a partner. Um, so for that one, we decided to go traditional. I actually just self-published a new book, just like it's just this spring. I found out about a contest about a book about COVID-19 that the Emory Global Health Institute was holding. And so I was like, I could do that. Maybe it'll be a great way to help. And so I worked with a friend who's an illustrator, and we put together a little book, and our book won first place. And so the Emory Global Health Institute, they're just a bunch of doctors. Like, they aren't going to publish it. They're making the ebook available for free, which is awesome. But for the print books, I was then able to take that and self-publish it. And so the print books are now just coming available. And there are a lot of librarians and teachers who want that for their kids and for the fall. So it was really great to have the ability to do that on my own. And have the skills to even put together the little ebook for the contest so quickly. I did because I already had the skills of how do you design a book, which a lot of, if you haven't self-published before, you can't just do it really quickly. There's a little bit of trial and error in there. So anyways, for me, the way that I would choose is really, do I want to illustrate it myself or know an illustrator? And if not, then I'll let it be done traditionally.
Mm-hmm. So that sounds almost as if, like, on a level playing field, you have a preference to self-publish. That if it's something that was within your scope, you would rather.
Oh, yeah, and then I guess I would say, like, if it is, if the colors and stuff, like if it was really colorful and I didn't trust the printing, I would probably try to get it traditional. Like, so there's a lot of technical reasons why also. On a level playing field, would I do it? You know what? Kind of, yeah, I would, because honestly, it's faster. Nobody cares about your writing other than the actual person who created it, So, yeah, I guess I would say, I think that there's great reasons to do both.
I have to like set a marker out there, though, that when you said that you had sold and it's coming out in 2023 and that takes so long,
Yeah.
that is like really freaking fast for a picture book, just so you know. It's like, I think that my fastest of my picture books took 5 years, and both Tasha and I had, we each have a book that took 9 years. So yeah, it can take a long time, and a lot of times they'll just sit and wait for the right illustrator. So, and the good illustrators are booked 4 years in advance. So
yeah, and so maybe that'll happen with this. I don't know. Actually, I just heard for that alphabet book, they just selected an illustrator, and they have not yet asked the illustrator if he's available. So it may be a big delay. I don't know.
But the fact that they're gunning for 2003 is great.
Yeah, and independently, you can do it as fast as in a couple of weeks,
Right.
So it's really different schedule-wise.
Yeah. I also wanted to go back one step and ask you, you said that with your COVID-19 book that you have a lot of librarians and teachers who want that in school for September. How did they hear about it? So,
Really through the contest. The contest was publicized quite widely, and the book is given away for free. The ebook, anyways, and like I don't know. I mean, it's really amazing. I actually just got an email from somebody in Indonesia who said that he wanted to translate the COVID-19 book in Indonesia.
Oh, that's cool. That's very good.
And I actually was like, that's great. We this school year just had a exchange student from Indonesia, so I really care a lot about that country. And I also have someone who I can talk to and say, like, can you verify his translation? You know, because he just like emailed me out of the blue. So anyways, I don't know how they like, the internet is an amazing thing, actually. And I literally get like 2 or 3 calls a week from like people. Like I got and not just librarians, somebody from Boston Children's Hospital called me last week and said she wanted like a bunch of copies for the Head Start program that she's working on. So I don't know, with a free book, it just gets shared. And of course, something about COVID is so timely and important right now. And that's actually a very hopeful book. I actually have a copy. Do you want to see? I just got a copy. I'll show you what it looks like. This is it. It's called COVID-19 Helpers. And so the illustrations are super cute. My friend illustrated it.
This is your roommate? Your roommate?
No, this is a different person. Somebody I met through the SCBWI, actually. So anyways, it's really a beautiful book. And this is the first, this just came from Amazon today for me, because it just became available. So now I can contact all those people who called me and said that they want a copy. And the reason they called me is because in the copyright page of the book, I have a phone number. And so they just call the phone number, and it's a, recorded line that I can listen to whenever I want, so it doesn't bother me. But
so you kind of like keep a separate line for your author business? Yeah.
I have a separate
that's a good
phone
tip
line
in itself.
You can get a free phone line from Google. Just like look up Google free phone, and you can get it, and it doesn't cost anything. And it records it and then sends it to me through email, and then I can listen to it. Also, I have a PO box, because that also sort of separates me. Because I think that you should put a physical address in a copyright line. That's my preference.
Well, at one time it was actually the legal requirement, and that it couldn't be a PO box. You had to actually have a street address down for it, but I guess that's no longer.
Oh, really? Well, I know. Also, for a self-published, what are they gonna? Who's gonna come tell me I have to put my,
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions in the last few minutes that we've got? Tosh?
So Beth, I was just wondering, in terms of marketing and promotion, what kinds of tools and resources you found the most useful to get the name of your book out there, and what were not as effective?
It was really, really effective to give away your book for free on a temporary basis. And you can do that through KDP, through Kindle. And that just gets the book out there so people know about it. Because if nobody knows about it, then they won't buy it. So I would say what I was doing was every few months, I would have one day that I would give it away for free. And then I would be able to promote it, like on social media or whatever. I'd be like, oh, tomorrow my book is free. So it sort of like gives you a reason to also have social media messages. So I think that the free books is probably the main thing that helps. And then once you're sort of, people are coming to your page on Amazon, then the algorithm kicks in, and your book will show up more. You know how they say this person also bought such and such. Your book, the more books you sell, then the more Amazon will actually like put it up for other people to see. So I'm very generous with giving away stuff for free. I think that's the easiest way to get the word out.